Good afternoon. Thank you, everyone. Uh, Probably a month ago, we were on the online to discuss about this session, and I was told by Cheryl that this group is mostly clinician, and then perhaps this session would share the experience of the advocacy, and then so that some of us may inspire some of us to do advocacy work in public health. But I look at the audience now, I think most of them probably past that state now to advocate, but it's still okay to advocate. So based on that, my short presentation will concentrate about myself actually as a clinician, and then you see later all my advocacy work. I was doing that during my practice as a pulmonary disease specialist, and later on as well as the chairman of the Department of Medicine and the dean of the faculty of my last 6 years before I retired in 2004. I retired now 20 years. I still continue to do tobacco control. Ramathibodi was the fourth medical school in Thailand, Ramathibodi. Now we have 27. Okay. As a junior faculty, already I joined the Thai Thoracic Society and be one of the members. So the Thoracic Society advocate and for the government to change the health warning. It was previously, it was a weak one, you know. Smoking may cause diseases. Smoking may cause, we take the may away, okay. Smoking is harmful, cause diseases. And that took some effort from the Thoracic Society, Cardiac Society, and Anti-Tuberculosis Society jointly advocate. And then I was a pulmonologist treating tuberculosis. And the Ministry of Health was using the cheapest medicine, anti-tuberculosis medicine, which is all over the world, they stopped using it, except some country in Africa. So I went and advocate for them to stop using that medicine. I'm not sure any one of you know TB1 is thiacetazone. It's a very high side effect and low efficacy. So that's my first so-called policy advocacy. Very interesting. They said the Ministry of Health, they said they have no budget. And lo and behold, the government bought a fleet of F-16 fighter. You know, one F-16 fighter enough to buy the good anti-tuberculosis medication for 5 years, and they would control tuberculosis in Thailand. So I just keep yelling, this, you know, just let one fighter, you can treat the TB of the country for 5 years. And the government people, they laugh. They say, no, when you buy a fleet of fighter, you have to be either 12 or 16. Okay. Anyway, doctor, we will provide more budget for buy the more effective tuberculosis. Okay. And then because of my, I was quite vocal on tobacco control. I mean, in the media, advocating to people, not in policy, just as a clinician, to tell people that it's bad, you should not smoke, you should quit smoking. But few pulmonary physicians were doing that publicly. Okay, they do it in their home, their work. So I was invited by the Ministry of Health on the expert committee. And then I also At that time, there's a lot of traffic accident in Bangkok, drunk driving, and there's no regulation. So I proposed and then follow up and work through it until it was a regulation was effective. Okay, and so my dean, he is a graduate from from UK, and then he was in when he was training. It's about the time that Sir Richard Doe and announced that smoking is related to lung cancer. So he graduated from there and he came here to become the dean of the Faculty of Medicine. He said, so many Thai were smoking. We should start to do a tobacco control campaign. And I said, I don't know how to do it because as a clinician, you never thought how to do tobacco control, that stuff. He said, you go do it and you learn to do how to do it. Okay. So that project was do public health education, coalition building to get more people to join, and then advocate for lobbying for policy. Because there was no funding. The dean said, I cannot provide funding for you, okay, but I can allow you to time on and then spaces for you to meeting, things like that. Because at that time, the smoking was still very socially acceptable. And many faculty staff, they smoke, okay. I was meeting a lot of resistance from my fellow teacher, faculty, they smoke, okay. So the first lobby to lobby the Consumer Protection Board. We have no law at that time. It's easy for the Consumer Protection Board to issue that tobacco is hazardous, so it's ban advertisement. Okay, it was easy to do that. And then the cabinet started to appoint a committee, national committee for the tobacco control in 1989, and I was invited to join. And I stayed there until now, non-stop as a member. Every time the government change, they change a new group of committee. I stay, okay. And then lobby the Thai. On that position, remember, I was still in the medical school, okay, working as a clinician and head of department of medicine, setting up tobacco control office in the Ministry of Health, draft the tobacco control bill, and then became product. Lobby the parliament to approve. That was 1992. Okay. And then lobby the government establish sustainable financing for tobacco control because the Ministry of Health, they received very few budget, okay. And then also there were no, outside of Ministry of Health, no people working in tobacco control because there were no funding, okay. So this is the idea that we adopt from the Australian experience of Victorian Health Promotion Foundation, where they levy tobacco, a cigarette tax, and fund tobacco control. So we did the same, okay. At 2% additional excise tax on tobacco and alcohol product to do tobacco control, alcohol control, and health promotion activity, okay. And then I went into my friend said from national going to the international, that to representative of Thailand to negotiate with the condition of the U.S. Cigarette opening in Thailand, where the tobacco industry, they want Thailand not to levy tariff on the good cigarette to come in, just like Trump, I want to levy tobacco, but Thailand has the right to levy import as well as US. So the World Trade Center. So this is for you, two countries to decide by yourself whether or not. And Thailand said, no, we have to levy import. And then finally, the rule that opening market to Thailand become international standard for international tobacco trade. And also involved in the Framework Convention on Tobacco Control, and as a key facilitator, negotiating the 5.3, Article 5.3, protect public health policy from the tobacco industry, and also price and tax on tobacco. So the way we work is the triangle. You look here we generate the knowledge, the evidence that we want to change the policy, and then we build up support, critical mass of support of what we are going to advocate, and then we influence the policy maker. We have to have good evidence, sound evidence, and you have the good social mobilization to support whatever we want to propose for the policy. And this the incident of the smoking prevalence from when we started and gradually went down. So it's about 46.5% decrease in the prevalence between 30 years. Okay. And then if you calculate from the amount of non-smoker ratio become 5-1 as compared to when we started it 2-1. Okay, we have prevented over 8 million people from smoking. Have we not do this program, or we have not do this program affected, like, sorry, have to some country in Asia, they still, for 30 years ago and now, they had the same preference, okay? So, sorry. So I think, and then this is we did the burden of disease since year 2004. And you can see the prevalence of the lung cancer, COPD decreased by half between this 15 years, and then lung cancer also decreased. So I just, for the younger the student, that I try to tell my colleague when I was dean that you can be a super specialist, but just arrange a little bit of time to speak to the public and policy maker, and you can affect significant policy that can help a lot of people. So that's my message. Thank you.